Good afternoon, Simon here again, back at Wood Plumpton doing work on chance. I have finally got to the end of taking the skin off the transom, and it appears, well it does to me at least, that the port hand side of the transom appears to be original, although badly decayed, but it is still in position, and the starboard hand side has been removed and replaced at a number of occasions in the past, and none of it's been rebolted in place or refastened in any shape or form, and the boat has dropped off its shear line and has gone down about approximately 2 inches from the same position on the port hand side. Finally, we have got to the end of the removing part of the skin. Now is the time to look at the transom and weigh up the situation of how best to move forward. Personally, I think the best thing is to leave the port side in place, as it is reasonably intact and it is positionally in the correct place, whereas the starboard side is totally incorrectly in position. There's nothing fixed together where it should be. There's no quarter knee. The gunnel or beam shelf is not connected to anything apart from the planks on the outside of the boat with screws, many of which are rotten and rusting away, and the bits of frame that were put back in with the boat already lost its shape, and they didn't even bother to try and push the boat back into the right position before they actually made an attempt to put any of the framework back in the transom. Also that's been found is that the transom was actually rotten in several places. Rather than remove the transom in total, the skin that is, they actually put another piece of 3/8 plywood over the top of the original transom, so sealing the rotting below the new face piece. The face piece was put on over the ends of the planks and at the end of the deck, which was not how she was originally built, because the end of the planks were level with the transom and not covered up by the plywood on the transom. So when we put the new transom in, it will be going back in as it would have been originally. I'm still toying with the idea of double diagonaling the main part of the transom and then putting a surface horizontal planking on the outside, so to be looked like a lot of the other silvers of her age. So double diagonal for strength and a fascia to look as it would have been, as if it looked like a full size solid planked transom. So in the meantime it's about going back to the boat and then sorting out the situation about the way the hull is and try and push the boat back into its rightful place. This is what I'm going to do hopefully over the next day or so as we progress on the transom repairs. The port side appears to be fairly original, especially the upper part, as that is in one piece on the port hand side, complete with what's left of a knee and deck blocks. Where the worker was the starboard hand side, the new bit of wood wasn't the right size, and as you can see for the whole of the deck, no quarter knee. And this beam on the starboard side has been cobbled together as best they could do at the time, and not a very good job done at all. Same goes with the second end, no connection, third end an attempt to it, but that's a piece of Iroko, whereas the other side is a piece of larch. And going down again, the bottom piece is a piece of teak, would you believe? And maybe it's teak? No, it's not teak, it's actually oak. And that piece is original from both sides. So, second one up, new piece. First piece up, new piece. And the top one, a completely new piece to as middle as far as the centre of the boat. The stern post is in good condition all the way down to the bottom where it sits on top of the keel. The keel will need a bit of work doing to it, but that's not a great problem. But the planks are in definite need of a lot of work. As you can see, there's holes everywhere and rotten planks, especially here. There's now a quarter, and as you can see along here, my son is taking the nails out of the planks, and a piece of plank has fallen out of the boat, which is rotten, which is one of the ones that's needing to be replaced.
Hi. Hello.
This is Michael, been boat building, yeah, and enjoying himself.
Yep. Taking out the
Nails.
ribs.
Taking out the ribs and knocking out the nails and the planks. So he's really enjoying himself and having lots of fun in the process and learning new skills. So that's where we're getting on at the moment. So this is the boat. This is what we've got to do. This side first. Get some strength. Get back in it. New planks in it. And Michael put his hand outside the boat, waving to the camera. Hi! Hi, camera!
Hi.
Anyway, so that's what we've got to do now, is replace this lot. A major task in its own right, but one we're well up to and will get done over the next few weeks before we get down to Walton on the days where the boat will be then put on its new place for the rest of the restoration. That's all for now. Bye. As you can see, a lot has been taken out here. A lot of the old ribs, the plank that fell out rotten that's come out, and the ribs higher up, they've all been removed, ready for some new ones to be put in. Just needs a good cleaning out with a hoover, and also water out of the bilge in the centre here, working forward the same in the engine compartment. Something that's got to be done, but in due course. Right, this is the aft cabin now, getting clearer by the day. All the damaged ribs, apart from one that's going to stay in there because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it and it is in good condition. The other ones have been removed, and the singles are going to be going back in, but the doubled and sister parts of them are not. And also, as you can see, there's a few planks to be removed because they are rotten, and so that's the next job, to clean out, make it tidy, plug the holes up in the planks that are staying in, and also measure for the ribs and cut the ribs to length and size. But in the meantime, we've got to do some cleaning up, so that's the next order of the day. Clean up, sort out, measure, then hopefully cut some wood up to make the ribs later on. That's all for now. Bye.